We're going to fast forward to the mid-19th century where the Krampus counterpart, St. Nicholas, would have been a centerpiece to the Christmas celebration. And we're here at the beautiful Lanier Mansion, and joining us here is Jerry, and we'd like to learn a little bit about Mr. Lanier and the creation of this beautiful, beautiful home.
Well, Mr. Lanier was born in North Carolina in 1800, and he ended up here in Madison in 1817 with his parents. And he did very well in Madison. He did well enough to build a large home like this. But he lived here only 7 years. A son owned it, and then other relatives later. It was then donated to the state of Indiana. It's been open as a house museum ever since. And it's the oldest state historic site in Indiana. The law that made this a state historic site in 1925 states that we are to have it interpret James F.D. Lanier's time period, which is 1844 to 51.
Well, you're alluding to the 1850s Christmas, and that's one of the reasons we're here, to look at the traditions and that you're going to highlight in the Spirit of Christmas Past event that's going to be going on. And if you were to try to explain what that feel or what Christmas was like at that time period, how would you describe it?
Well, a lot of people think of the Victorian period as being very elaborate Christmas decorations, but that was later Victorian after the Civil War. Before that, these traditions were just starting. Christmas trees were just beginning, and it didn't really take off until Queen Victoria's Christmas tree was published in a magazine in 1848.
And actually the Christmas tree is right behind us here, and some of those features are very elegant but understated.
Right, most of the decorations were natural things like nuts, fruits, things like that. The Christmas presents were not wrapped. The tree was on a table and the presents were underneath the tree and the table. You had candles, of course, but what you would do is you would light the candles, bring the children in to look at their presents and the tree, and put all the candles out because you didn't want the place to burn down. So you often had a bucket of water sitting right there just in case.
Could you talk a little bit about why it was so important to create this event and hold it here in this wonderful space?
Well, we wanted to have an event for Christmas for children. And so of course we wanted to have St. Nicholas here as part of that. But then also we have a craft project and we tell Christmas stories from that time period. So it's just a nice way to introduce them both to that time period of Christmas and also to the mansion itself. So maybe they'll come back when they're older.
Well, Jerry, thank you for sharing this space with us. It's a beautiful, stunning home.